Hello boys and girls, this is Underseal of course, and welcome to another kick-ass gameplay video of Battlefield 3. I actually got the same setup or loadout as the last time. We got ourselves the Saw with the engineering class. I'm using the AKS-74 heavy barrel foregrip and the Cobra sight, and I'm using the M1911 tactical. And it is Nocher Canal, Rush Attack 64 player server, or maybe it was 48. I actually don't really remember. My memory kind of sucks sometimes, but I got some interesting gossip for you guys, because I don't really want to call this news. It's gossip, that's what it is. I mean, it's not confirmed in any single way at all. This might just be a PR trick from EA. This might be some little troll somewhere trying to make up shit to make people talk about it, but I'm gonna talk about it anyways, but just stress to you guys that this is probably total bullshit, because a lot of the stuff doesn't even make sense. And I'm gonna explain to you why in this video. So this was supposedly leaked from an EA employee in EA China, and it says that the game is gonna release, Battlefield 4 is gonna release the 23rd of October 2013, and I'm guessing that's an American release date because it's a Wednesday, and as you all know, the motherfuckers still release games early in America compared to Europe, so we're gonna get it on a Friday like it usually is here, and I'm just gonna use a VPN to unlock this shit, because I'm sick and tired of waiting 2 extra days for a goddamn fucking digital download copy of a game. I mean, why should I wait longer? It's not like it's hard to like ship the shit in time. Nope, it's not. And usually game companies have like the game in stock for like a week before. I know people who have like played out new games like 2 weeks before, because they know a pal that works in like a game store of some kind that sold him the game or just gave him a game, and like I dropped it. Anyways, fuck it. So the release date, even though this is a rumor, it sounds like something that could actually be very well true, because that's kind of what I've said. They usually like to have a 2-year development period and stuff like that. Though this source has also said that they recently just started making the game, starting the 1-year development period, and that's kind of also something that makes me think about it and think it's kind of weird, because DICE usually develop games over a 2-year period or more, so I don't think they've started developing it now. And it's also telling me that there is some kind of gameplay demo running around internally in EA to just show the game off and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't really know about that. It all sounds very, very fishy. But it sounds, the release date sounds like it could be true. And according to this source as well, Battlefield 4 is gonna be released on PC, of course, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and the next-gen consoles, aka the PS4 and the Xbox 720, or what the hell they're gonna be called. And that already kind of sounds a little bit weird to me. Like, why would you release the game on such old consoles? I mean, they usually want you to release them only on the new consoles. I mean, I remember this from like when the Xbox 360 and the PS3 came out. Like, all the new games was just for the new consoles that came out when the consoles came out. They were new console unique, so to say, and PC, of course, like when they were PC games as well. But that also sounds a bit weird to me, because, I mean, face it, Battlefield 3 runs like crap on Xbox and PS3. I mean, it runs good, there's no frame drops or anything like that. The game runs good, but only for 22 player servers. I mean, for God's sakes, you need at least 32 to even make Battlefield be Battlefield, in all honesty. I mean, the real fun is when you get on a 48 or a 64 player server. I mean, some maps like Bandar Desert or some crap like that on Conquest could even have like 120 player servers and work good, at least in my opinion. If the PC would handle it, at least my PC would. And it also states that Commander system is coming back. I didn't really play Battlefield 2 that much, but I do know a lot about it. I know as the commander, you basically gave your troops orders from a map, like looking, basically you sat you basically had a role where you couldn't be killed on the map, but you rather were looking at the map from above, being able to do special attacks like using artillery strikes and similar things, drop supplies for your troops, do scans, basically radar scans of a specific area to help squads out, and also gives certain squads or many squads or the entire team like objectives they should complete, like take this point here and then move to this point and so on and so on. And I don't know, I mean, I don't really know. I mean, I've never been a big fan of Battlefield 2 anyways. I mean, I've tried it and I never really enjoyed it, to be honest. I know I kind of sound like a heretic now, but I want to be honest with you guys, and that wasn't a favorite game of me. I mean, I found my love for Battlefield again in Bad Company 2, and then that brought over to Battlefield 3, of course. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, if they do it in a good way, I think it could be really, really fun. Otherwise, I don't really know. I don't like the idea of someone being able to call down an artillery strike on me whenever they want to, and I can't kill the person. I mean, I never liked that kind of idea. I mean, it's even better to have kill streaks then, for God's sakes. But I mean, that's their decision. I mean, all I can hope for is they remove the stupidest mechanic ever in a game, and that's suppression. I just hope they remove that shit. Then I'm happy. Profiles can be linked with other devices like iPad. I mean, that's not something new or big or anything like that. I mean, I'm guessing you're gonna be able to look at your Battlelog and stuff like that on your iPad, and I think you already can in certain ways, like your iPhone and stuff like that. So I'm guessing that's what they mean, because I have a hard time thinking you could play Battlefield 3 on an iPad, so I don't think that's what they mean. Auto login, need internet all-time support cloud saves. And I mean, that sounds like Battlefield is right now. I mean, you can't really play Battlefield without logging into Origin first, so I mean, who gives a crap? I mean, I don't play Battlefield for the single player, I play Battlefield for the multiplayer. I mean, Battlefield is without a doubt the best multiplayer game I've ever played in my entire life. I mean, I don't even have the slightest interest of even playing the single player. I didn't even have an interest of playing the co-op missions, for God's sakes, if it wasn't for the unlocks when it came to weapons like the G3A3 and so on and so on. Easier to pick up the game to take care of players from COD. I don't know what they mean with that. I mean, it's not like it's hard to transition from Call of Duty to Battlefield already. I mean, the games are pretty similar. I mean, first-person shooters. I mean, if you played COD a lot, you're gonna be pretty good in Battlefield after just a few weeks of practice. I don't really know what they mean with that. Maybe there's gonna be less recoil or something like that. I mean, I don't know. As long as they fucking remove the suppression, I mean, I'm happy. I don't give a shit if it becomes a little bit closer to Call of Duty, because even if the gun behaves like in Call of Duty, Battlefield is still gonna be Battlefield because of Rush, the maps, the destruction, the fucking Frostbite 2 engine. I mean, it's awesome shit. I love it. I mean, there's just a few bugs and suppression keeping me from giving Battlefield 3 multiplayer a 10 out of a 10, like the perfect multiplayer game. I mean, right now it's still the best multiplayer game ever, in my opinion, especially on PC. I don't know on the console though. Support body and voice controls for this commander system. I don't know, that kind of sounds cool though. I mean, like, I'm guessing like, kind of like, I don't know, what it's called, like the move and shit like that for the fucking Wii, or what the hell you call it. No, not the Wii, Xbox, or what the hell you call it. But I don't know, I'm not very interested in that, and that might be true, that might not be true, I have no clue. Support video playback and sharing. This is something that sounds very interesting. Is of course they're talking about the battle recorder, basically. Like you have in Call of Duty, where you can actually look at all your games, you can save them, you can see the game from every single angle, like where you shoot people and stuff like that. That would make, if this is true, that would make for an incredible asset. It means basically that Battlefield is gonna be able to have spectator modes and so on and so on, and it's gonna be extremely fun to play, and you're gonna be able to kind of have it competitively as well. So that really sounds good. Have a gem store for DLC and other stuff like that. I don't really know what that means, to be honest. I don't know if the person who made this post kind of spelled game wrong or something like that, but I mean, we already have Origin to buy DLC and other stuff, so yeah, I don't know. It says 3 factions, Russia, USA and China, and I mean that sounds like it could be very, very true. I mean, still, this can all be 100% bullshit, so don't take my word or the person's word for this at all. But yeah, I don't know, that's not something that excites me at all. Can deploy female soldiers. I don't know if I like this, because usually when you have female soldiers in a game, it usually ends up with being smaller people and harder to hit than the male soldiers, and you don't really have any of the drawbacks like running slower, being less strong, can't carry as big weapons. So I don't really know if I like the idea of having female soldiers in a game, to be honest, because that could cause some instability and unfair advantages and shit like that. Frostbite 2.0 engine, yeah, that's kind of a fucking give, since I don't think they would have time to develop a Frostbite 3.0 engine. PC, PS4 and Xbox 720 support 64-player maps. Yeah, that's a fucking give. Of course the new consoles have to have 64-player maps. 360 and PS3 will be less, yeah, of course. PC, PS4 and Xbox 720 will provide 60 FPS. Yeah, that's a fucking give. Of course they have to do that. My fucking PC already do that in Battlefield 3 even more. So that would be kind of stupid not having it. Already have a demo video internally with in EA. Yeah, that might be true as well. Matching the quality of Battlefield 3 already. That's something that excites me, since it's basically a year left of development, and if it's already as good as Battlefield 3, I mean, that would mean this game would be pretty fucking awesome. Though you never really know what they mean with quality. Battlefield 4 will use 80% of the power of the Frostbite 2 engine, where Battlefield 3 only uses 30 to 40%. That also sounds really good. Modern background and modern story. So basically like Battlefield 3, I guess. I mean, not much change there, so to say. And I mean, as again, this might be 100% bullshit, but I thought I'd let you guys know it anyways. If you want to read it, I'm gonna leave a link in the video description as usual. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.